So I go whatever I can finish. So that. Purpose of my life is to free numberless sentient beings from the oceans of samsara suffering and to bring to Buddhahood by myself alone. Therefore, I must say to the state of omniscience. Therefore, I'm going to take the holy teaching. You listen to teaching, but clarifying the conduct of listening to teaching as well. Okay. So the Sutra of the Salvi Jangba. And Buddha, by holding a rice plant in the hand, then said, any bhikshus who can see the dependent arising, that will see the Dharma, holy Dharma. Who will see the holy Dharma, who will see Buddha. So I think the holy Dharma doesn't kasure. Emptiness doesn't kasure. Ultimate truth, emptiness, and then the kasure, and then directly seeing emptiness, but directly seeing emptiness. With that, through that, then you achieve enlightenment. So you see enlightenment, I think, marvelous that. Then by saying that dependent arising, tangible dependent arising, has outer dependent arising, inner dependent arising. So outer dependent arising, in the world, cultivator, the farmers, the farmer who plant crops, not crops, crops. Planting crops. Planting crops. I just remembered Mongolia. I think not last time, but time before. So there was the one place, 1,000 monk was killed during the Russia time, communist time. So, but they said bullets. So the two monks stand up, head to head. It's like this. Then you put a bullet, then go through the others. So killed at that. 1,000 monks. So during Russia time. On quite recent years, they wanted to build stupa on that. They wanted to build stupa, but they found out many crops. Some are still kind of fresh. Some are still kind of fresh. Could be maybe in meditation for a long time. I don't know. Some are still fresh. They found all of that. So then they left. Then they left the idea, left out the idea to build a stupa on there. Something like that. don't know, something that's building plans to build strip or something. Yeah, so this news. So outer dependent rising in the world, the cultivator, farmer, the one who plants the crops in the field. So plant the rice seed first, then procrastinate with the water and the soil, warmth, treasure, warmth. So we procrastinate that. Is the word? Germany. Germany. Germinate. Is that correct? Propagate. Okay, propagate. No, it's a kind of method to grow. Propagate? Not propagate teachings. Propagate teachings. No teachings. Okay, all right. Then plants and leaves, the plant and the leaves, flowers and fruit gradually comes, rises. Because the primitive ones, seed and all the primitive ones, do that, the latter part, flower, fruit, that happens. So without the primitive ones, the latter part doesn't happen. So use that as an example. So relating to that, using that rice plant, then Buddha explained the inner dependent arising from ignorance up to the old age death. So 12 link is a 12 dependent related limb, but the thought relating to the rice plant. Here in the sutra, the ignorance, the one who cultivate the crops and the crops. So in the field of karma, then you plant the seed of consciousness. Then there is a what propagated? What is that? Propagated. Propagated with the craving grasping, the water of craving grasping. Made of wet, you see? Then the plant, the name and the form rises. So this is what Buddha said. So now the meaning of this, the first, the beginning, the ignorance, the holding the eye real. grasping eye or the holding the eye real, just etching few afterwards. Motivated action. So it's like the cultivator in the field, cultivator. Then, Kasure, from the field, various crops grow. Bad and good, various crops grow from the field. So like that, from the karma, the result, various rebirth, bad and good, rises. So the karma is like the field. So the troubling, the ignorance and the karma. So that so karma is like field. From the result, various rebirth, samsara rebirth, bad and good rises. So karma is like field. Now the consciousness. Until the result is ripened, the rebirth, then the karma, bad karma, good karma, sorry, repeating it. The consciousness, until the result rebirth is ripened, then holds the seed and the potential of the bad and good karma. Until the result rebirth is happened, hold the seed or potential as a bad and good karma, you see. So therefore, the consciousness is like a seed of the crops. Then the water and the heat, the things, the seed is like Bangro is like when you drink alcohol, you have lots of seed inside container. So you put the bamboo or the glass of bamboo, but the pipe is the bamboo, then you suck the wine. In Surgumbu to that. So the baro. So like baro. So this the water and the heat together then make white the baro, the seed that you planted, you see, and make it ripen. Then immediately grow plants. Like that. That's the example. So now the awareness of the craving, grasping, the becoming. How do you say? Propagate this seed of karma. The awareness of the craving, grasping, then you see the becoming. So you see, what it does is then what is it? Propagate the seed of karma. Propagate the seed of karma. So then next, then rebirth, then to actually rise, it happens. The next rebirth actually happens. So so craving, grasping is like the water and the soils, like that. And in the next life, in the womb, then you see consciousness transfer in the womb, then the joins to the next life. And then take birth like this. The consciousness joining in the womb, then they take birth. Then that's like the plant, the result happened. Fruit, plant and the fruit happened. So that's the example. Then future rebirth happened. So the through becoming. So Geshe referred to Uta Namje. Clarifying the extreme of the extreme of the middle way. Divichidan, Trivichidan, Gundanchi. Because of obscuration, planting seed, Trivichidan leading, holding all. So showing the 12 deeds, 12 dependent related limb by the function. So ignorance obscures to see the reality. To see the reality of the object. Ignorance obscures to see the reality of the object. the ultimate truth, emptiness. Then karmic formation. The karmic formation. And that cultivates seed of the future life, future rebirth. And consciousness lead the sentient being to the next rebirth. So makes the transmigratory beings deluded. So we shall say slight differences from the previous sutra, what it says. Here, within Anji, there's slight difference. So now, like that, 12 dependent related limit, it is said in that sutra, if this exists, this will happen. If this is born, because this is born, so this will be born. Decay this. Because this is born, so this is born. Like this. Because of the ignorance, there's a the karmic formation. The chile. Because of the condition, because of condition of ignorance, then karmic formation happened. Because the condition karmic formation, then consciousness happened. Because consciousness happened, then name and form happened. Because condition, name and form happened, 16 bases happened. Because of 16 bases, the contact happened. Because of the contact, then feeling happened. Because of the condition of feeling, then craving happened. Because of the condition of craving, then grasping happened. Then because of the grasping, then becoming happened. Because of birth happened, that's why old age and death happened. Then also sorrow and shouting. I mean shouting the being pitiful with heavy suffering. So so the shouting. Because of the shouting of the suffering, the pitiful there, so much suffering. So then suffering, then unhappy mind, and then element. Like the waves in the ocean become violent, like that. So the element, you see, like the violent waves, happened there. And so calm, peaceful, and then Or it means fight. So therefore, the great, Dunganji Pumo Temple, Bashiba, the Juro. So therefore, also like that, Satana, like that, the soul has only, the great aggregate of suffering rises. Totally, the Bashiba is totally suffering nature. The great aggregate, the great aggregate of suffering. So I think great means related to the suffering. So this aggregate is totally into suffering. So this happened. She Mariba saw, did it and did change it, did it and did yours. So ignorance so forth, because the condition, this cause happened, then because it exists, so then result, this happened. Do it and did yours. So that is so that is a kasure. According to the evolution, on the cause and result, come. The kasure depend rising from the side of the from the side of the all the time deluding. All the time deluding. In other words, obscure, all the time obscure mind, as well as disturbing. Another thing is, from where the old age death happen, this comes from the birth. Of course, the birth came from the karma formation, and that comes from the ignorance. How the result happened. So like that, how the result happened, then which kind of cause it happened, from which kind of cause it happened. So they explain this. So from the result, then going back to the cause, how they depend to the cause. It shows the rungdo, the opposite of the evolution. Chashindu mariba gabe duje ga just like that, by seizing ignorance, then karma formation ceases. So like that, you see, then it's all good. Yeah. The consciousness is then the name of form and contact feeling, craving, grasping, and all that, you see. But the becoming Kasure. All that you see. Then Kasure, Gashi, so old age and death. So, that shows kind of evolution of the dependent rising of the cessation. Namdang trigger, then so evolution of the dependent rising of the cessation. Now the by stopping the old age death, then that come from stopping the birth. So then birth, and then unless I'm a they never found all that, you see. So same, goes down to ignorance. So ceasing the ignorance, going back, or go back. So that's Namdang trick, then the Lungdo, so Buddha taught the total opposite to the evolution, the dependent rising of the cessation of the suffering. So, Gishira said here, Tandubi Nanjepejang Kumbukabani, the one who's wishing to achieve liberation, the yogi who wishes to achieve liberation, purpose of mental on this, to be learned in the to be learned in the evolution and the overthrow evolution of the Four Noble Truths. And then Geshe-la explained Sayungmoshi. Yang Sayungmoshi is actually brought to the Bhumi. Teach tenjin dewa jungwa. Tenjin dewa jungwa. Lu gashini sungde. Lule dobe komse tenjena. Dembe chu dembe ongde chewe inde. Tijewa gashini tungi dembale. Rabde chewa ino. Cheso sungso. The because the evolution, the dependent teacher with why, the evolution of dependent rising. So then, the stop the old age death, and then you see, stop the rebirth, and other going back again. Then down, where down the stop the ignorance. So the why done? Why show in that way? So that is because of the revealing the truth. The Four Noble Truth, and revealing how it's true. So the like this, the birth and the old death. Is shown from the truth of suffering. So like this, as a birth and the old is death, as is shown from true suffering. Rabbi Chawa knows the correct. The kung is way. Correct. Rabbi Chawa know. The Chawa the Kashi doing it. Doing it and Bali, Rabbi Chawa know. The kung is way. So I didn't get caught here. The birth and the cash is shown particularly from the true suffering. Oh, that didn't Krishna there. So that's Krishna is referring to the quotation. She saw sung saw by the Buddha. Teta Dabashi Nidu Dini Teta Dabashi Nidu Dini Samjen Namla Kodevi Chiru Jurotala Petete, then the Lajuni, Lujunda Lundokona, Chirata, Samjen Rang, Koa Kotota, Teletova Tawa Totunam, Payokana Savatoma Sama Mase, remote result. Because young whatever Zabari and deal with Chinduan and the Strungs. That now talking about to control about the drawing of life. Oh, so the Tabachi needs to this about the story of the Four Noble Truths. The information, the story of the Four Noble Truths. For the sentient beings easy to understand, then Buddha referred to outside clearly explained. Through evolution of 12 dependent limb. Dependent rising, the evolution of the 12 dependent limb, the dependent arising. Then then through the opposite to evolution, it's because you know stopping the death and old age and death, because stopping the birth and all that going back. So in particular, each living being, how it circles in samsara, and how each living being achieve liberation from samsara, the opposite to the evolution of samsara, you see? So, clearly showing through example. Besides that, then even show how to draw that, both evolution samsara, then how to stop. You see? But the liberation, it's the liberation of samsara. So, by showing through drawing, easily, to show easily, to understand easily, then shown through the drawing by Buddha. The one story is explained from Duwa Namche, clarifying the distinguishing the Vinaya. Then, don't be in the Sheriki Cho, Sheriboda, the Rugi Cho, Mango, Ni, to this draw, Rugi Ne, so the Rugi Sheridas. Among the Buddha's disciple here, listener, the follower lesser path. So, who is excellent in wisdom is Sheribu. Then, who is excellent in psychic power is the Mangaljipu. So, those two, time to time, with the psychic power, they go through the 6 realms of the transmigratory beings. Then they come Zambuling in the our southern continent. Then explain the sufferings of each individual being, such as helpings, so forth, to the disciples of Buddha. Chungao, the Buddha's younger brother, Chungao, so dislike the celibacy. Then, you see, they bring him with the psychic power, this in the law realm, the hell realm, show suffering of the hell realm, you see, with the psychic power. Show the suffering of the hell realm to the younger brother, Jungao. and the shortcomings of desire. Show him the shortcomings of desire. If you follow desire, what happens? Or you have to suffer. So show the shortcomings of desire to him, and actually show him. Then through that, then he is able to enter in Dharma, holy Dharma. Then all the surrounding the disciples, and then they came. They are around Buddha. They came. So then you see the whole story. Ananda explained to Buddha all the story. Then Buddha said, after explaining all that story, the second power wonder, 6 realms, and then showing all the kinds of suffering, lording, health suffering, and shortcomings of desire, showing the younger brother, all that, you see. Other explained Buddha. Then Buddha said from the sutra, Dwanamji, Ananda, so all the time, Bhikshu Sharipu and the Bhikshu Mangaljipu, two like this won't happen. Two like this, like them, who is the one is excellent in the psychic power, and Sharipu is the wisdom, Mangaljipu is excellent in the psychic power. And then so go around to the 6 realms with the same power to show whatever. Well, that won't happen. Therefore, outside the door of the monastery, then write down, draw the wheel of life, So I think that might be Sura Asura. There was 1, then 6 to 5. Then Katsuri. Oh, draw this wheel of life. Really. 10 minutes. Okay. Wrong about something never draw the thunder draw the that draw the lame, high draw them, like draw them. Yeah, draw towards us. So draw. Make drawing 5 transformer groupings. So hell transformer grouping, animal transformer grouping, preta transformer grouping, and deva transformer grouping, human transformer grouping. So right, draw. And then and also said at the end, down below, at the end, the helpings, animal, predators, draw. At the end, also that precisely mentioned. So the 3 Lord realms down below, draw. three lords drove down below, though that shows there were human beings and you should draw the content there. And then also Charles Papo, New Parent, Eastern world, Le Papo, the double border, and then on Western Parent, India, the Catholic. The Catholic cow, then west, north, not having interest sound. So before they die, 1 week, you see, before they die, if they don't die after 1 week, then they hear uninteresting sound, which means they're going to die. Chantaming, Zambuling is with the south of content. So draw. Yang Tingile, Duanam Jele. In the inside, you see, draw attachment in hatred, ignorance. Sanje Gusu Nyangale Devi, Jingor Kabo Tomba Chua Towers. And then Buddha's holy body, draw. Then Nirvana, soulless, Nirvana, and then water circle. Is it Buddha doing like this? Pointing to the other side, the verses. The verses, then pointing that is to practice. You want free from something. So then here there's a water circle. There's a shows the liberation from samsara, the nirvana. So the water signified by water circle. Juzu semjen, juzu semjen. Sujin jume tuji, chipo watan, jawatan den chiwa chao. The entering bird, sentence means zujjeva means entering bird. So Junjime in the manner of, you see the well, there's 6 different types of explanation, Geshe-sopa explained. 6 different types. There's 6 different words to explain. So I don't remember now. So the well, you see the container to bring the water from the well, from down the well to bring the water to the container, charged with the ropes, you see. So then you send down, then bring up water. Again send down, bring water, you see. So in that manner, then death happening, transparent consciousness, death happening, and then also birth happening. Draw also those, birth and death. Korakuyudu tenji jawajime elatu, korakuyudu tenji jawajime elatu, korakuyudu, the evolution of samsara, tenji jawajime elatu, ni rusu jawata, And they're missing the word, the thing being print. Then they alert me, the evolution, the circling. Then they alert me, then they alert me a lot. So the Ela Tuni, Ela Tuni, lose Junga, the root of our time, Chiva Chaching. Tamje Medabe Sungar Chiva Chavos. Korakoitus and evolution circling. Then the 12 dependent little limb explained in the called evolution, and then cessation, see, from the old age and death, then cessation down to the ignorance. Draw there, all that, and then all are possessed by the impermanence. Tamde medabet sunga chiva chavos, all are you see, all are not free from impermanence. All are possessed by the impermanence. So the entire whole, the five, terms of being the whole will lie holding in the mouth of Lord of Death. In the mouth of Lord of Death, that's the whole nature of impermanence. To show that. Because of impermanence, death. You see? So to show that. Share that. So it's a niveau. Then two verses. Then Buddha explained to write down. See, Tsamba Chaching Yunga Chan. Attempt and eliminate. Sangetara Juvacha, attempt to teaching Buddha. Then became the long tension. Like the elephant, then became the long tension. Like the elephant got stuck in mud. You see, the mud house, then, the mud houses. In the mud house, the elephant got stuck in the mud house. Once you go inside, then you see difficult to come out without the difficulties. So you got caught inside. Mud house, the bichim, lantis. Chida then shower tiles, then destroy the Lord of Death. So I do not translate the Chida then the shower tiles, destroy the Lord of Death. Can she rub the pie? Anyone who has extremely careness, who has extremely careness, who engage in this Dharma, Vinaya. Who engage in this Dharma, Holy Dharma, Vinaya. Or means morality, you see, emphasizing the morality, Vinaya. Or then also to do the Holy Dharma which subdue the mind. Such like Lamdrim or the other who engage in this Holy Dharma, subdue the mind. So you abandon give you call upon this, we abandon samsara that you're born with, that you're born in. So you abandon samsara that you're born in. So this way, then your suffering of samsara become ended. It ends. Shechawayan Tiwachawu. Shesoji Dodi, Sibi Kola Chawa to the Sabasomas. Shesoji Dodi, Sibi Kola Chawa to the Sabasomas. Tetone, Temi Shevanala, Tetenevi, Geloyan Koa Sunday. So Buddha has clearly explained to the Chawa, there are five, the transmigration brings the wheel of life. Then, by seeing this, who doesn't know the meaning, then you put one manga there to explain the people come from outside. You see, 또 니레스 대참세다 김다 원신 사관남다 대tom을 주 그런 거와 차고 in Vinaya the one said, and then Tamse Brahmas and the Chimda, the benefactors who come to the monastery then should give responsibility to one monk to explain. Oh, okay. So I'll stop here. That's good. The all mission of touch Buddha with the benefits and aspects and benefits altogether. This is Dhamma, but there are different lamas sitting there. But this is Dhamma, easy to read, easy to remember, easy to read. So this is translated by a monk, I don't know his name, from Sarah, translated into English. So you can get this. This is so good. Together it comes benefits and how many times things come up, how many humans could be, and then how aspect of this, you see. Now, this is good. I received this from chapter the Jebun Great Lama, New Jersey. Sorry, the memory is not bad. China Georgia, there's a little long demolish the Japan, the Java, but the Japanese dog of the Yaman, the Java, the Java, with the morning to make it agreeing the Vajrasattva, the Java, the Jamanata, the Java, the Then you see, Vajrasattva one time, it purifies 100,000 Nikritama, 100,000 eons Nikritama. It's so precious to recite the Buddha. You understand? If you read the Medicine Buddha, the Sutra, oh, they're so lucky to be able to recite even the Buddha's name, even just one time a day. So there's all the wishes, all the whatever you pray to succeed. Finito. So I wonder, I wonder a little bit about. So anyway, the Katsuri, in the center, the three animals, the Katsuri, pig and the chicken, not chicken, sorry, the GSUC said in the sutra, the pigeon. So also Geshe, there was another in Geshe, he said, pigeon, why pigeons used? Pigeons so unbelievable strong attachment that you see, I don't know, you must have a wife or husband, so you see pigeons, he said the Kasuri partner, the wife, husband. So even the snot, people throw snot on the ground, you pick up snot and you feed the partner. So unbelievable strong attachment. So the peak ignorance, the root of samsara holding the art real, so was not. So the coming together, the coming together, the pigeon's tail and snake tail coming together. So that see from ignorance coming attachment anger. So it's not chicken, but you see from Nepal, there is a pigeon, but very little. Mostly hen was the cuckoo, I think. hen. Oh, I think they draw cuckoo, the hen. So came. Then the snake tells the mouth of the government, yes, attachment, if there's attachment, then the anger comes, yes, but both the tail come from the pig mouth. So then there's a Kasuri, this side white, this side white, show the positive karma, virtuous karma, the white, then this side black, this side was in the drawing, the Tibetans, but they were all well dressed and the golden prayer was going up in the Dendro, happy transmigration, realm, the happy transmigration. So anyway, well dressed and happily going up, you see, sort of pure land road. So this one is negative. It's coming down, the hands tied to the ropes, and the yama bring it down. So that's Kasuri non-virtuous karma. Oh, then going to the Lord realm, so you see, like that. So anyway, Kasuri, the virtue, non-virtue, they're going up the higher realm, they're going down lower realm. So then they say hell, hunger, ghost, animal, all like that. You see that three lords. So that you see show the suffering example of suffering pain. Doesn't mean only animals have suffering pain. Doesn't mean that, but it's the main one. The main one is also. Lord and suffering, she shows suffering pain. So if you are in samsara, you're born in samsara, though, you see, delusion comes, then you suffering pain, you see. Then there's a human being, so that is to show suffering and change. To, you see, so to merely show that suffering change. Doesn't mean that there's suffering pain, no suffering pain, doesn't mean that suffering change is show that. Then progressive compound suffering, so on top there's some rule of lives have the 16 levels. So that four are stable contemplation, stable contemplation, samdeshi. So there's in the 7 categories, and they say, so some should draw that. Then formless realm is not I think formless realm is not drawn that, but anyway, so is a formless realm on top of that. That shows that, yeah, formless realm does that. So, so like that. So, you're born sometimes, delusion karma, you're born something, delusion karma, then you're born sometimes, then you see the suffering pain, the Lord, suffering change, then the previous comparison suffering, you see the formless realm, so formless realm, you see. So then it describes that. So he explains so very should describe that. So then how you get reborn? And then they shown through 12 dependent little limb all around like that. So the way it's done is then they assume that 12 dependent little limb. The way it's drawn there is according to 3 12 dependent little limb. So the way it's drawn there in the painting is like that. It doesn't go straight past the seven things happened. So Nyamosumo, the past of this will right. Nyamosumo, the ignorance and the craving, grasping. Laying so karmic formation and becoming, it was done already. Yeah, that happened already. 3 delusion, 3 action. Then now 7 result you're going through. So now what the left is the past or death. Death is the left. Oh, the old age is that happens in every year, every month, every week, every day, every minute, every hour, every minute. So it's happening. So I mean, there's the worldly definition, the wrinkles and the skin hanging and all that, the white hair and so. So that I have full of white hair. So I mean, so anyway, like this. So she didn't do it. She didn't do it. Then 가서 숨중 집에 콜인. 숨중 again. While you experience 7 result, then while you having, then again you start 3 delusion to karma, and 숨중 집에 콜인. So again 3 and 2 the rises, 3 delusion to action. Again you say start. So you see, we start with ignorance. We create root of samsara. We create the root of samsara all the time. Every day, every minute, every hour, every minute, every second, we create root of samsara all the time. As I described many times. So every day we create so many times samsara. We create our mind, so we'll not meditate on emptiness, independent arising, then there exists mere name and empty. We will not meditating, then you say our mind has to create samsara, the ignorance, root samsara all the time. And then we start create samsara so many times in an hour, even an hour. So you see, while we experience the 7 result, so see, every day, so you are in the prison. You see, even you finish this life, 12 different little limb of this human being, finish karma, finish. There's another prison. There's another prison. Prison is a 12 different little limb. You created already 3 religion to karma. So then you finish the karma. Then another one. There's another one. So endless like this. No end, endless. But this is how we have been from beginning to the birth. And then this is how it goes. Oh, endless. So therefore now, you see, I don't know about women liberation, but this now what you have to, what really you have to free is from this. This liberation, then you have to, this liberation, then you have to think every day, every hour, every minute, you have to think, you have to work for this. This is the one you need liberation from. This is the one you need liberation. Otherwise just play. Other liberation just play. Oh, so like children play. Like children, they put their feet in the sand. They put the sand, and this is my house. Then if somebody collapses, then they will cry, So children say, anyway, all that now you understand why Dharma is so important. Why Dharma is most important. You understand? That money, job. To make the Dharma. Now you see, so important to mental emptiness, to listen, reflect, meditation, as much as you can. You make it near to realize everything, at least in this life. If you don't realize, but make it near as much as possible. So important. You understand? All that. And then also of course, bodhicitta, that one's all the achieving enlightenment for sentiment, Papa. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you very much. Okay.
So, page 249.
Huh?
Page 249. So, Thanksgiving Mandala for all the precious teachings received. Te bai jembe sonjo samo ne parado be ka jen dara ge yendo jenga be wa ge o ben zambon a wa je zenge sa je o ben za re ge a Jen jaya goya ge koge so ren jambo de ra jan mambo lo zambo le no ya ma je chan da me nye le da le ma ma ya je yon je na lan jo do da me ni da me ni ge na Rinpoche re wo ya ba san ge je de je ya ba ma me ba ye lo do ya go lo Rinpoche no bo Rinpoche zo ma Rinpoche no bo Rinpoche long bo Rinpoche da jo Rinpoche ma be Rinpoche de je ba ya ba ba ge ma Chiwa ma, liya ma, gara ma, mendo ma, debe ma, nansa ma, chija ma, niya ma, dao. Jende chole namba geve gaya, uso lada mi, baje puso tsoba ma tsawa me, tsanshi yido wa, denda jinje zawa, gyubara jebe bande nama, gamba nan, Kyabara de yang yonzo denbe ngada tenge lendo tenge med jeze lama lo san tuan doje chanche kyabje tude soba rinpo je pe sambo shengan tekpa chimbe sunje sambo lebara tobe kadin tangra ge yudu shingan biwa ge wo toje jewe dendo shezo shene kyan da so jawa nange tadanya simje danje la tu tsewa chimbe kone jing Oh, ra Joy Jenge Amayadam
Rinpoche, Most Holy Dharmakaya, Guru Chenrezig, Vajrasattva. On behalf of the Heart of Wisdom Board, I want to thank everybody who has been involved so much in making this retreat possible. The board began well over a year ago, and during that time we have experienced a tremendous level of harmony and cooperation, not just from the local people here in Bendigo, but from all the centres in Australia, in New Zealand, in Tasmania. Myself, on behalf of the monastery, and Ruby Kame, on behalf of the Teacher Centre, Ian and Judy Green, on behalf of the Great Stupa, and we're on the board, as well as John from Western Australia, from Hayagriva Centre, and Mark from Tower Institute. So, without the tremendous energy of Lozan Dorji, the retreat coordinator, it may have been pandemonium or chaos, but things, everybody has agreed, has gone so smoothly and so well, and we anticipate that this is one step along many steps in the future as our amenities improve, and this region in Bendigo becomes, as was Lama Tupan Yeshi's vision, a major hub of FPMT activity in the region. So Dorji has been supported by a great team of volunteers, too many to name, but we thank them so much for what you have done prior to the retreat and during the retreat in organising all the facilities. We thank the kitchen, the cooks managed under the supervision of Brian who did a magnificent job. I added a few constructive comments, but no, it has gone so well. Bob, who collected the garbage every day. Nobody saw Bob, but if he didn't work very hard every morning, we'd be drowning in garbage. And then, Rinpoche, we thank you for 6 weeks of giving us the most valuable and most inspiring teachings from the beginning of the path, Guru devotion, up to the end of the ordinary being's path and the beginning of the Arya's path, realizing emptiness and generating bodhicitta. And finally, this morning, you've completed all the middle part of the graduated path. Rinpoche, it has been so inspiring. And from deep in our hearts, we request Rinpoche to come again soon, as quickly as possible, according to how your vast responsibilities enable it to happen, to confer the Guru Samaja empowerment and continue with what you have begun, the Rinchen Gyatso series empowerments, from deep in our hearts. From our side, we pledge soon, maybe next year, early next year, to hold a group Chakrasamvara retreat, so that those who have taken the promise to do the retreat will have the opportunity. So a teacher centre in the monastery, and no doubt supported by the Stupa Management Committee, we will hold that retreat and give people the chance to complete their promise. Rinpoche, the words are beyond me to express how much we have appreciated your presence, your energy, and we promise to put your words into action, to every day remember how to practice Dharma, not just read about it, but to do it from our hearts. May you live long and be well and return again as quickly as possible. Thank you, Rinpoche.
Rinpoche, Sangha, Venerable Sangha, brothers and sisters. As chairman of the Heart of Wisdom, the organising body, it's my responsibility to present a report on the structure of the retreat and also its finances. So first of all, like Venerable Gyatso, I wish to thank the dedicated team who've worked tirelessly and voluntarily for the past 18 months to make this retreat such a success. And I want to begin with Venerable Roger. There he is. Because Roger has been offering advice and guidance all along the way, right up to today. And of course, I want to thank Venerable Gyatso, our Vice Chairman, who's managed to overcome his fear of committees to offer wisdom and advice to the Heart of Wisdom Board. And also Judy Green, who's offered her wisdom gained from 37 years working on the site. Ruby Kame, Ruby's been a very hard-working member of the board, also working in finances and in secretarial roles. Mark Fernandez, who's from Tara Institute, and Mark has contributed a lot with his financial background, his budgeting, and also his clear, unemotional evaluation of our financial decision-making. John Waite from Hayagriva Centre, who has a wealth of experience gained from running and attending many retreats around the world. And then we get to not board members, but very key members, Tenzin Zapel. So Zapel has had the responsibility of preparing the spiritual program to meet the vision of Kyamche Lama Zopa Rinpoche. And Zapel has been able to gather an incredible team of to run the spiritual program. And finally I come to Venerable Losang Dorji over here. So Dorji has really been the linchpin of this retreat. He's dedicated over a year of his life to make this retreat a success. In many ways it's a thankless job because of human nature. It's human nature to contact people when we have a problem and perhaps to take them a little for granted when things are all going well. But throughout Dorje, throughout the planning and the retreat itself, Dorje has been faultlessly maintained a most professional, cheerful and incredible work ethic. Now, if you haven't already thanked Dorje and begged him to come back and coordinate the next retreat, then I ask you to do it now with a big round of applause. Thank you, Dorje. Now we get on to, if I can get my page turned, onto the financial side. So, running a retreat with a budget close to $750,000 is a big responsibility, and the costs of poor planning and miscalculation are potentially disastrous. I'm pleased, however, to let you know that we have in fact made a modest profit on the 2018 retreat, which I know the board are all very, very relieved about. There have been times when Mark was very concerned we weren't going to make this stage, but we have. So with those excess funds, we have allocated the excess funds to an offering to Rinpoche, his attendants and the retreat Sangha officials. We've also allocated some funds to go towards infrastructure development at the Great Stupa Atisha Centre and Tultun Shedling Monastery, with the aim that future retreats will be more comfortable, less expensive, and, for those who love the generator, less noisy. We've also retained a seed fund which will help us establish the next retreat, so that's for the early funding required to set up a retreat. Now, just before I hand over to Venerable Dorje to thank the Gompa team and the amazing volunteer crew, I extend an invitation to you all to be part of the blessing of the St. Francis statue by the Bishop of the local diocese, and after that there will be a speech on the inspiring example that St. Francis is for us all. So that will be at 2 p.m. down at the statue in the Peace Park. So thank you all very much, and I'll hand over to Dorje.
I wanted to take the opportunity to further try and highlight this particular retreat. Except for the catering, which was a contract, every single thing that has been done here has been done by a volunteer, which I think is fantastic. And that's starting months ago, not just now. I put 3 teams together. So there was what I called a Gompa team that was headed up by Sapel, who has been fantastic for me. It's something I didn't have to worry about. I had an office team and what's called a grounds and maintenance team. Predominantly those 2 teams, most of their work was done during the retreat, but there was certainly some lead up to that. In particular with Sapel, there was lots of obstacles getting to the retreat with her family and so forth, but if I rang her up, she helped me, which was fantastic. Thank you. Geshe Rapton, thank you so much for supporting Rinpoche with the teachings. It was certainly appreciated by those who couldn't come to initiations and so forth. So thank you very much. Geshe Sopa and Michael Yeshi, what can I say? They're supporting the day-to-day, getting up so early of a morning and coming here and working for the benefit of everyone else. It's greatly appreciated. Venerable Danshan, thank you so much. It has been, and the feedback I get about the chanting and so forth and your support with the Chinese community is really, really appreciated. Venerable Choki, again, the Gompa, and being here each day ensuring what needs to occur has occurred, and getting your support has been, especially for SAPL, has been really appreciated. Venerable Joan, up the back there. Though she's up the back, her words are up the front the whole time. And believe me, it's been really appreciated. Thank you. Venerable Holly, Rinpoche not only wants to provide teachings to the people here, but throughout the world. And without Holly's support in making sure that we've got the camera operating and the team up the back helping her, many, many people would miss out on wonderful teachings from Rinpoche. Thanks, Holly. And Cherubin Tender, where are they? They're hiding. Thank you so much. Ciliana for providing the translation. It's been appreciated by those who have been receiving it. I've got plenty of feedback, so thank you very much. Tanya and Phil, again, what can I say when you look at an altar like this? Venerable Elsa and your team, working up there tirelessly. I haven't had to go up to the monastery very often at all. So please pass on my thanks to Jill and to Carrie for me. It'd be really appreciated. Thank you. The other big team has been the office team. I had people starting work on that. As you know, people were able to start booking back in September last year. We were given, part of our role was to ensure that we did not spend too much money, that we could make things as simple as possible. So my team worked really hard on that, and there were people like Teresa Smith who started working on the spreadsheet months before the program even started. Then I had people working such as Cynthia on our Karma Yoga again this time. We met regularly down at the local coffee shop, down at the Tara Institute. She even paid for me, which I really appreciate. I love my coffee. So, and as you can see, the Karma Yoga has worked really well. And so, thank you. I had two work exchange people, Grace McDougall, who is here, and Kieran Pratt, who had to leave this morning. I took him down to the train. He's heading off to Nepal to work over there for the next 4 to 5 months. So to those two people in particular who helped me with, in particular, the tents and the office, worked tirelessly. I allowed them to come to the teachings whenever it was possible, but they've been fantastic in doing that work. Thank you. Andy started working with me months ago on putting the website up. We had our issues in making sure we put the right things up for there to make it easy for people to understand. I would give him things and he'd read it and go, "What are you talking about, Dorje?" And then he'd rewrite it for me, and bingo, there was a beautiful website, and it continued right up until this day. Thanks, Ed. Peter Lane and his crew in all the audio. I think that it's worked tirelessly. There's been only a few problems, but they've been able to solve them, and hence been able to listen to Rinpoche and people making announcements like me. Thank you. And I had Wendy Buchanan, who's the bookkeeper, who has, of course, been looking after the finances for us without her, and keeping me on track and making sure it balanced every day. So I thank her very much. The last team was our grounds and maintenance. I had people like Mark Galloway, who started working with me miles before the program started, who continually looks at traffic management, all sorts of things, the marquee that's not falling apart over at the kitchen, gas leaks like we just had this morning. Well, I was a bit late because there was a gas leak, and so we had to fix that up. It just goes on and on. Steve Williams, who's really supported me in looking after the different parts of the grounds and maintenance, particularly down at the teacher centre for me. It's been fantastic. Bob Waterhouse, last time we paid a fortune for people coming in and doing all the garbage and so forth. Bob has done it voluntarily for the last 6 weeks, which is fantastic. And the last one from my side is Dennis Kenny, who's worked tirelessly up at the Great Stupor end of things in supporting me with making sure the generator continues to provide power and and odds and ends. When I first put this team together, the aim, I said to all 3 teams, was to provide as best we could an environment that would allow you to be able to spend your time here with Rinpoche and not worrying about whether you're going to get food on the table, whether your tent's not going to get blown over, that there are toilets available, they're not overflowing and so forth. So I hope that we've done a reasonable job in that, because Rinpoche's teachings are what you should be focusing on. So thank you for your energy and working as hard as you could to spend your time with Rinpoche. Thank you.
From bottom of my heart, and I will appreciate we built the monastery here. What's the name of the monastery? Tupten, and afterwards Shetup Ling. Yeah, the name of the monastery. Now it's recorded on your brain, on your skull, it's carved. So anyway. So already explained some, already introduced, so I just say, Kazuri, for all his effort for a long time for this retreat, that's what we did with the body, spirit, mind, then then England, all that, you see, all whatever dedication for sentient being, for the teaching Buddha, so for the retreat, and everything what he did, and every single thing, and then Khatsuri Doje, manager Doje, every single thing what he did with the body, spirit, mind, dedicated for sentient being, for ascending for us, and then for the teaching Buddha. Then of course all the dedication is also for his, our Guru Shachamani Buddha, present founder of Buddha Dharma. Then his Holiness, who is the soul object of refuge, our guide, our father, our mother, our guru, everything. So I was offering every single thing what they did is offering. So now Katsuri here is written, then here Michael Losan organized and all that, and then helped us in Sabbath, and then Unze, then Dechen, and Jaltin. So then, Unze, excellent, and very such like this never happened. So peaceful. They practice so peaceful moving mind. So peaceful moving mind. Even the tourist or the outside people come in there, really, felt the richness of feeling, here the spiritual feeling, that. So we come very peaceful. So I liked it very much. So thank you very much. Then also translating. I told Jaltin to learn church chanting. She can pick up everything. So learn church chanting and Vajrasattva chanting. Those elders, the other youngness, other easy, but those two Kerala chanting. There's one chanting that I did. So that. So anyway, I want to see the FPMT nuns able to do church practice. Otherwise, church practice. Church practice, real meditation, real, not just chanting, meditation. And then, that's basically London practice. So anyway, so all the translators here, sorry, I remember it's so bad to remember them. So everybody who did translate, all the others who did translation. So so thank you very much. And to many people outside listening. And then the Dechen translation, they go to China, and so those who have the possibility, freedom for those, opportunity for those who have time to listen to that. So then I don't know about all the names, already Jatsu and the English excellent. So I want to say, everybody here who helped with this retreat, anything done with your body, spiritual mind, any help, anything. So from my heart, from bottom of my heart, I thank you very, very much. So it helps all of us. It helps all of us to practice. It helps all of us. Then that helps to all sentient beings, because we dedicate for sentient beings, we pray for sentient beings, we practice for sentient beings. So it helps every single helpings who are most suffering right now. The numberless suffering right now, and the hunger goes, and the numberless animals, the human beings, suras, asuras, and so you see, we do for everyone. We do for everyone. So they help for numberless sentient beings, for everybody, even the ants and even the flies here around. Everybody is a great benefit for them. So thank you. So then you do the advanced precepts, is diligently after, with the much patience, with the much compassion and devotion, and That's really, really good. Well, that's the benefit, not 60 million sentient beings, but you see this world and in Australia and here, Bendigo, and yourself, take care, no question yourself, then to enlightenment, so everything, every practice, every hardships, every practice you did, I came to the heart, I thank you very much. So I think all the Kashuri Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, I thank you on their behalf and behalf Lamashi, who started the organization, and then his own Lama, all that. I thank on their behalf. I thank to you. Normally, whatever practice you do everyday life, yes, but then particularly here, every single day, whatever you did, thank you very much. So I think everyone, even the cooks in the kitchen and everybody, thank you very much. So now Jato, he's been working so many years for FPMT, a long time in Nepal and then Mongolia. How many years Mongolia?
4 years.
4 years Mongolia, and also hard and taught Dharma and developed and very much then. Yes, then here, I don't remember the whole thing. Honestly, then built a monastery here. So how long ago? How many years? 1 year?
20 years ago.
20 years ago started. 20 eons. 20 eons ago, right, Doji? 20 eons. 20 eons. So then helping all those ants become monk in next life, and come to today scheduling. Now the ants but next life. Then the Buddha's day, the Sherpas came, they light candles and then were burned. They build again. So the signification, just a significant to say, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you so much. So robes coming soon for England. Robes coming soon for England. Then for you. One is coming from Tibet, one is coming from Nepal, one is coming from India. So thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Teachings have been very valuable. I feel like I'm starting Dharma right now. Many mistakes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Rinpoche.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah. Oh. Oh, yeah.
Teaching.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So that's it.
Tu zu jang xin jang gen ya we ne zhen ge be ge zhen dong bo de chou zong ge we ne men de de ma da son de je men do yang de zhou.
The Chinese Sangha they requested Vajrasattva, sorry, I thought I did before, some weeks ago. Om Vajrasattva Sattva Samayamana Balaya Vajrasattva Dinavadira Diremeba Sudu Shomeba Suba Shomeba Subakaya Meba Sujamanarada Meba Sabasida Meba Yata Sawakama Sudameja Tam Siriyam Guru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavana Savata Takata Beza Mamamza Bezerebe Oma Samaya Sattva Om in the short one. Vajrasattva Hum. That's if you recite that 28 times. But if you long one, then 21 times to stop the negative karma with collect with birth beyond to stop increasing tomorrow. So if you recite 28 times, then it's really so. If you recite every evening, then it stops the today's karma, negative karma increase tomorrow. Then also therefore so that it's so important every day to recite, so that one negative karma, one tiny negative karma, even small, then by multiplying without Vajrasattva practice, multiplying becomes mountains, mountains. One negative karma by increasing. So that one negative karma, but then there's so many negative karma in one day, in 1 hour. Also like that, so each one increases mountains when you die. So of course, then you go to, then it's so heavy, you go to lower, even suffering. So therefore, the Vajrasattva becomes so important. So the wise ones, wise ones who knows Vajrasattva, even though creating the karma very heavy, But because it knows Vajrasattva, so it becomes very small. Becomes very small. Foolish ones does know Vajrasattva, so even the naked karma is very light, very small, but multiplying, then it becomes so huge mountains. By the time when you die, also that so limited by Chang, limited by Chung and Che, limited by Chang Chung, limited by Chung and Che, all that the foolish ones they become small, but it become big. So there's the Lama Tongaba did 700,000 Lama Tongaba. Sorry, I made a mistake because this was touched by Buddha. So Lama Tongaba before going to bed, 700,000 prostrations with touched by Buddha. So rainfalls of realizations happened, walk out, and then every night people going to bed. Lama Tongaba 35 times or touched by Buddha prostration with touched by Buddha. Residing, so then comfortably as pure monk, comfortably go to bed. You see, you can die. If you die anytime, it's okay. The mind is so happy, comfortable. That's how Lama Tsongkhapa goes to bed. By doing prostration to put that by 35 times. So all the simple they just then even lifetime to the Vajrasattva retreat, also that's a very good idea. So anyway, so I just mentioned the meaning then, and that's it. And Vajrasattva, I don't remember there's a meaning, there's a translation, but I don't remember now. So the December teacher took there. To get it, so the Yuddha Vajrasattva generated holy mind, teach to get it, Mr. Bodhicitta. To get the drawn and call it them, Chile Rundula Nganyava Techindu. Drawn and call it them, Chile Rundula Nganyava Techindu. 다 기도를 지다 교장 그래서 두 예배쯤에 준나면 만들어 두 예배쯤에 준나면 만들어 이제 딱도 예수성라 that I'm not sure 딱도 이제 아니, 그래서 초당 통원과 원주당, 초당 통원 원주당, 예생아이 발 하하호다, 예생아이 발 아니, 트릭이 대화지 땜바탕 아니, 초당 통원 원주당, 예생아이 발 there might be missing one, maybe, I'm not sure. Never judges. That is the by putting each mantra has a meaning, but putting it all together, then how does it sound? The Jisamachi took it. Drawn and call it to be children, drawn and call it to be the transmigrant brings. Call them to be out of samsara. You see, the Vajrasattva is enrich the whole mind. The action to free the samsara brings from samsara. As we have that pledge. As you have to pledge, temptation to never give up being. Whether I happy or suffer, whatever life happen, turned out, whatever happened, to give it with great happy mind, never give up. To give it to Nayamandra, guide me with your compassion. Selling it over to the audience, selling it over to the general realizations of how the boom is. So, the common sublime realizations, and the pulse, ho, the five transcendental wisdom, glorification of five transcendental wisdom. Never judges, please make it to abide that all this in my heart. So I don't remember the short on Vajrasattva, that should be, but I don't remember now. So that's the meaning of the mantra on your side. They put it all together. But even though pieces has a meaning separately, so I think that's all. Also, thank you very much. Yeah. Okay, now we go to Jose. To bliss awareness. Yeah.
So traditionally we don't do prostrations at the end of a teaching for the independent connection to receive teachings again.